we talk shit about people who are making an honest living. Like we make it seem like they have to be on top forever. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. Like, the dude has to do what he has to do to live. He's not concerned about the internet and what the internet thinks. And guess what, you dumb motherfuckers? You gave him a platform now. Because Tyler Perry's cast him on a new TV show. And the motherfucker's going to make money again. So look what you did. Thank you. If I was him, I would have said thank you. Because you got ignorant motherfuckers that make... Just like Birdman on The Breakfast Club. You have ignorant motherfuckers dissing him. He made whatever he quoted, whatever his slogan was on... He put it on t-shirts and made money off of it. So guess what? Memes and internet media, you doing them a favor. You're not making them broke. You're not making them lose their credibility. You're just fucking making them more money. So thank you. And that's what I say to Jeffrey Owens. You know, thank you for that. Because I don't know what you guys are thinking, but whatever. Anyways, Post Malone gets into a car accident. God damn, I keep yawning. Post Malone gets into a car accident. This guy just having bad luck. Just a couple of weeks ago, he got into a plane crash, or his plane had to stop at least. Vanilla Ice, he had to get off the plane because there were 100 sick people on the plane, and they had that whole the fuck do you call it? Goddamn, starts with a C. Quarantine, or a Q, yeah, quarantine. That would be pretty dope if you could like replace QU with like the C, CW. That would be pretty dope. Like quarantine, CWARTINE. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was unfortunate. You know that Vanilla Ice had to go through that. You know, I never want anybody to go through any of that kind of shit. I was afraid because I remember moving back to California. I had to get on the plane. And this is when the flu virus was everywhere in Texas. And I was scared that I would carry that on in the plane, you know, a plane being so compact. But luckily I made it safe. But yeah, man, it's always hit or miss with that kind of shit. And as far as Post Malone, man, I don't think that you have bad luck, brother. It's just, you know, just a lot of crazy shit that's going on. You just got to be aware of what's going on around you. So with that being said, goddamn, I'm 2 hours, 24 minutes in deep. Mac Miller. Mackie. Goddamn, don't be surprised if I shed tears here, people. First time I listened to Mac Miller, I was... What year was this? I was definitely in Texas. I listened to The Best Day Ever, which dropped in 2011, I want to say. So yeah, I was 20 years old. I was talking to a girl at the time who was long distance. She was all the way in California. And I listened to The Best Day Ever, and after hearing Get Up, God fucking damn it, hold up guys, because I gotta fucking play the song, goddamn, because I'm about to shed a tear. Hold up real quick. Alright, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the bathroom right now, and that's kind of the whole point of this podcast, is you're getting to hear me everywhere. Phone's gonna ring, fucking, it's just realistic here, because I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, I don't know what's gonna happen on the next podcast, but you're getting everything right now, okay? So let me just get this toilet flushed, because I got a lot to say about Mac Miller, man. It's a very tragic day today. I hate that you're getting this on Sunday when all this shit dies down, because you already know how the internet works. The internet works in very mysterious ways. But I fucking lost it. I'm not gonna lie, I lost it when I lost Mac Miller, man. I think that he was such a beautiful soul, you know, and I don't say that about a lot of people. But I truly think that he was a beautiful soul that was necessary in the music game, especially as a white rapper. You know, because the thing with white rapping is that it's very hard to get yourself in. You know, once you're in, you got to stay in. You know, and I just hate how he went out. You know, it was just so fucked up that, you know, and what kind of fucked me up was just his surroundings. Because I feel like, you know, he got involved with a lot of shit that he shouldn't have been involved in. That's none of my business. You're a man, you make your own decisions. But I just feel like nobody was there to really support him. Kind of like how nobody's really there to support Chris Brown on his drug usage, if he's still using. You know? It's like people get so offended when you try to like tell people like, yo, you got to chill out on the weed. You got to chill. Let him do whatever he wants. Let him do whatever he wants. It's like, no, motherfucker, I care about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, I don't like when the internet pushes people to do negative shit because they want to do it. And it's just like, he's allowed to do whatever he wants to do. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do in the world, but it's harming you. You can't stop a motherfucker who's trying to keep it real and tell you, yo, chill out. You know what I mean? You can't silence that motherfucker because he cares. You know what I mean? And I feel like the people that, I just feel like, honestly, bro, like the way the liberal shit is going on, the way people are free to do whatever they want, chicks are free to have sex with whoever they want to, anytime they want to, whenever they want to, or like people are allowed to do drugs and all that kind of shit. Yeah, it's cool, but guess what? You're fucking your body up, yo. And that's the most important thing that I want people to realize is like, yeah, we live in a virtual reality society. However, fucking, it's your body, dude. And your body is your body. You know what I'm saying? I know, me personally, I know when to not eat anymore. I'm not going to fucking just keep on consuming food and risk throwing up or, you know, fucking getting sick or getting the itis or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fucking do what my body wants me to do and leave it at that. That's why I'm so in tune with myself. You know, when you got a motherfucker who's like pressuring you to do drugs and pressuring you to drink. Yeah, I had that before. I had a motherfucker who tried to do that. And guess what? He tried to take advantage of me. A dude tried to take advantage of me. And then I realized I was like, fuck that shit. I'm living for myself. Call it narcissistic, call it sociopathic, whatever you want to call it. Because I care about people. But I'm not going to allow a person to take control of my body and do things that I don't want to do. You know what I mean? And so what I want to tell artists right now listening is like, yo, be aware of your surroundings. We had 3 deaths in the hip hop game today, I believe. I mean, in the hip hop game this year, which is Lil Peep, Tentacion, and Mac Miller. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more. I just can't remember. But what I get out of that is like, yo, read between the lines. Drug use, not around the right people, not around positive minded people. Look where that shit gets you, dog. Like the thing with before, like even the Slim Shady days, the Eminem days, like he took drugs and all that kind of shit, but it was never like pressured to like let him do what he wants to do. It was always, because the internet wasn't there. And I feel like the internet now boosts up a lot of people's confidence and makes them believe like, yo, if I'm doing this, there's nothing wrong. But guess what, dude? You're fucking doing wrong stuff. Now, I'm not putting the blame on Mac Miller. I can only imagine what somebody like him goes through. Because picture this, all right? And let me just get back to my timeline. I was listening to Best Day Ever. And that's when I was like, yo, this guy's dope. And I was 2011, so I want to say he was on the freshman cover that year with YG and them. And I was just like, oh, perfect. This guy is it. This guy's fucking amazing. Best Day Ever came out, Donald Trump song, fucking the song he did with Wiz, and then it put me on to his older shit, which is Kids, which is all the other shit. And I was just like, yo, this guy, it's something about him that makes him unique. You know, I just knew that he was going somewhere with that shit. So then he took off. Then he had Macadelic. He had all those albums. I remember listening to Macadelic. Shit, I remember Black Friday working at Fry's Electronics in 2012, listening to that Macadelic song, waking up fucking early in the morning, like at 4 a.m. to go to work, and hearing that shit with my coworker at the time, you know. And I just knew that at that stage, he was onto something different. He wasn't the same Best Day Ever kind of Mac Miller or the Kids Mac Miller. He was transitioning to something different. And then he got influenced with Odd Future. Now, what he did in California while he was spending his time out here is beyond me. If it was up to me, I just know how California works. I know how Hollywood works. You get consumed in that shit. Motherfuckers pressure you to do shit you don't want to do. If you don't do it, they look at you weird. And so therefore you have to do it. So it's just like, yo, the second you take acid, they're going to want you to keep on taking it. They're used to that kind of shit because you took it that one time. So now you feel like you have to constantly do it. Or you could just be an addict and you could just do the shit just because you love it, you know? But either way, he was pressured into doing a lot of shit, you know? And as an artist, what people have to realize is as an artist, like, yeah, we don't give a fuck sometimes. However, like, we still think like everybody else. We still have a mind and a heart like everybody else. So if we're going through some shit, like, we're going to consume. We might not speak about it. We might be happy here and all this kind of shit. But guess what? We're going to consume because we don't want you to know our dark secrets. We want to put it out all in the music. And that's the thing that I don't know his personal life, but that's the thing that I kind of got out of it just from him transitioning from listening to music with the sound off to, like I said, Macadelic to, you know, all the shit that he put out back in his whole dark days was liberating to some, but it was worrisome to guys like me, because that's when I stopped listening to him. I was just like, yo, I don't know what this guy is trying to do. Like, it's no more flows, no more dope shit. Kind of like Wiz Khalifa when he dropped that Cushion Orange Juice. Like, after Taylor Alderdice, I was just like, yo, I don't know what this guy's trying to do with his music, you know? And we just grow older too. So you get new fans, you grow old and all that kind of shit. But with Mac, I always saw the potential that he could have had, especially with the MTV show. Let's talk about that. You know, having the MTV show, fucking brilliant. He's a personality. He's funny, hilarious. He can be himself. He can freestyle barefoot in New York City. Like, he had it all. But like I said, man, like, you never know what people are going through behind closed doors. And so I think that the circle that he was around just pushed him to do more drugs. They didn't help him get better. Maybe his management did, who knows? And I know Wiz Khalifa said on the Breakfast Club, you know, that you can only tell somebody so much to do. And maybe Mac was just hard-headed. Maybe he was just like, yo, I just need this shit on some Amy Winehouse shit. Who knows? You know, and that's the thing that kind of fucked with me too, was when Wiz said that. And then, like, it was like a basic tweet that he posted on Twitter about, like, rest in peace and rest easy Mac, and, you know, hope all the family is well and shit like that. It's kind of like you're just shrugging it off, you know what I mean, as if you guys didn't have a history. And I don't know, maybe it's just me that took it like that, but I just felt like that was like Wiz, knowing Wiz, especially, you fucking think about it, bro. Wiz and Mac Miller were probably the only ones that came out of PA, you know what I mean, as far as Pittsburgh. And so it's like, yo, like, that's all you got? That's all you're gonna say? Like, are you that? I don't know if it's bitter. I don't know if it's fucking like I told you so, Mac. Now you see what happens when you don't listen to me. Like, I don't know what that was, but the way I took it, and it's Twitter, so it's texting, so obviously I'm gonna take it in some way. But the way I took it was just like, it was just so like brushing it off, like, huh? I told you so. Well, rest in peace. You know, hope the family is well, whatever. And I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel like Wiz, like, knowing him and the history that him and Mac Miller had, it's just like, yo, like, dog, you can give him a little more credibility than that. 412, he did that shit and everything. Cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I just feel like, you know, if my brother passes away because he consumes, and, you know, I try to talk to him and he don't want to listen or whatever, and I'm just like, all right, whatever, and he passes away, like, I'm gonna still have that attachment to him whatsoever. You know, it's never gonna go away. So I don't know, man. It was just a very sad moment at that time. But with Mac, you know, I just knew that he was going through that kind of shit. It's just, you know, it's fucking dark, yo. And his music explained it. His music talked about it. His music, the beats and the darkness of his first, you know, of his last, I want to say, before the 2 albums that he just released, like the albums before that were just so fucking like with Vince Staples and, like, you know what I mean, Earl Sweatshirt, and, like, it was just so fucking like, dog, like, getting involved with that whole Odd Future shit and all that mentality and how dark they were. It was just like, dog, like, this guy's definitely shit. And so when he said on the Breakfast Club, I want to say 2016, that he was sobered up, dating Ariana Grande and all that kind of stuff, I was like, good, man. Like, that's what the fuck is supposed to happen. Then when they broke up, this nigga went right back into it. DUI, you know, all that kind of shit. It was just like, dog, like, see, the thing that people don't realize is fucking, like, when you're on top of the world like that, no matter how much, you know, you don't have to sell #1 albums every single time. But when you're still, like, under a microscope like he is, like, dating or somebody like Ariana Grande is going to fucking get you too much exposure. Almost to the point where it's like, damn, like, I want to kill myself. Because it's just nonstop. And Ariana Grande, a pop singer, is so popular that when they do break up, they're not going to blame it on her. They're going to blame it on him. And so therefore he has to deal with that shit constantly. Going in to fucking, you know, going in to buy some clothes. Hey, you know, fucking, what's up with you and Ariana? You know, and just that constant fucking, that constant fucking, you know, that neediness of, like, yo, what's up with you and Ariana? Just being annoying. You know what I mean? That's what I think about, is like, a lot of those motherfuckers are probably just annoying the fuck out of them. And it just probably drove him over the edge. You know, I'm not predicting anything. I'm not trying to say that, you know, that what he did was right or whatever. No, fuck all that. Like he did wrong, and I hate that he OD'd, but I'm so passionate and I love him so much that it just baffles me that he's gone because of that. You know, because he let that evilness take control of him. And it's not fucking hard to do that as somebody, you know, who drinks constantly, who smokes, and who's trying to sober up. Like, you fucking just get sucked into it all the time. So when you get a raise at work, when you get, you know, bonus check for performing, like, you're gonna want to turn up, you're gonna want to drink, and then just that one drink just leads to just 5 drinks that night, and then 5 drinks that night turns into, you know, 15 drinks all that week total. So it's like, I understand that, you know, and I think that breakup, it fucked them up. I truly believe it fucked them up. I don't think it was neither one's fault. I think that they had a fair separation, you know, but I think that, you know, knowing how passionate of an artist he is from what I saw, that fucked him up completely. And, you know, for somebody who probably didn't have support, or somebody who checked in on him or whatever, or even if they did, he was just, you know, so set on continuing to consume alcohol or drugs or whatnot. It's like, yo, like, we need to fucking do better, man. Like, we need to be the type that's like, yo, fuck all that liberal shit that let him do whatever he wants. That whole, fuck all that shit, dog. If a motherfucker's doing drugs and you're telling them to stop, but they don't want to listen, just fucking snatch that shit out of their hand. If they're doing coke and you're telling them to chill and they don't want to listen, fucking, when they go to sleep, get that bag and fucking throw it in the trash. Because you know what it is, yo? It's like, yo, like, we don't have, in this generation, we don't have people to influence us like Biggs did to Jay, like fucking Dame did to Jay-Z, like fucking Jay did to T.I., like, you know what I mean? Like 50 did to The Game. Like, we don't have people who can just big us up and make us bigger than what we are, or see a vision in us as bigger than what it is. Like, with the internet, like, we're in control of our own destiny. So if you want to be a comedian, you can fucking do comedy. You know, if you want to fucking all that kind of shit, you don't have to have a sponsor for that. You don't have to have anything. All you have to do is have great marketing skills on the internet and you're good. And so I felt like he just didn't have a support system that stood by him. You know, they always try to just agree with whatever he wanted to do. And that's what you see with Chris Brown. Like I said, I don't know his situation right now, but just a couple of years ago, like, this motherfucker looked skinny, like, you know, his jaw structure was showing. It was just disgusting to look at. And he felt bad for him, you know, but no motherfucker's telling him, like, yo, chill out, bro. Otherwise, he would have chilled. You know what I'm saying? So the thing I got out of that was just the whole burden of living that life. And it's tough, man. It's really, really tough, you know. It's really, really tough. Sorry, I'm just letting a friend in. But it's really, really tough. And I just want people out there to realize, like, life is short. Like, I call my mom, and the thing that pisses me off is when I talk to somebody, I'm not going to put my mom under the bus, obviously, because I love her. But when I talk to somebody, like, I kind of want them to have that same compassion